Darius, is this a big game for you coming up?
It's definitely a big game for me. Being from Georgia, and I've been looking forward. I'm not gonna say I've been looking forward to this one for sure all year. Been trying to. We take it one week at a time, but this is definitely a big game for me.
What made you go with come to Auburn over Georgia? I know they recruited you. I think you were committed to them at one point. Why
Yeah.
Auburn over Georgia?
Ultimately, I came on a visit here, and I felt like this place was home. Like I felt like Auburn felt more like home to me than Georgia did, and at the end of the day, to me, that's something that was really important to me, and that was kind of like the final straw and why I ended up coming to Auburn.
Did you surprise a lot of people back home by picking Auburn, or what was the reaction?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of angry people, especially the way I ended up flipping. Um, you know, but it was what it was. I was happy with my decision. I still am happy with my decision. So, it's all good.
Do you have a lot of connections with guys currently on that team? And if so, what is this week like for those relationships?
I definitely know a lot of guys on the team. I haven't particularly spoken to any of them recently, but definitely through recruiting and just in high school playing ball against different guys. I definitely know multiple guys on that team, and you know, they just happen to be our opponent this week.
It's just the big plays, the passing game, not just you, but Ryan and Will. I mean, how much does that breed confidence each week when you continue to have those plays like you guys have had?
I think it breeds a lot, for our coaches and for Jarrett, knowing that once we get the ball in our hands, we'll be able to make plays for them. And I think, like you say, like Ryan, Will, Eli, some of those guys, they do a great job of catching and running with the ball after the catch. And, I think it'll do nothing but good things for us.
I guess some schools, recruited you as a defensive back at first. Was your heart always set on being a receiver at those times?
No, not initially because I initially got a lot of defense offers. You first get your first couple offers, you're like, yeah, I'll play anywhere, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's a scholarship. But obviously as the recruiting process got on and I got more control of it, I just knew my heart was more in playing offense than it was in defense, and ultimately that's what I went with.
What was Georgia looking at you as? Strictly receiver?
Well, back then Coach Prue was there,
Yeah.
and we had a really good relationship. But I was committed there to play offense.
Okay. And then the night before signing day, you commit to Auburn. You mentioned it didn't set well with some people in Georgia. What was that night like, and what were the initial reactions, and what was your reaction to those reactions?
It was stressful. That whole night was stressful because I didn't actually end up deciding until like 11 o'clock at night. So it was at my school. We signed the next day. My table was the only table that was empty, and my mother was like trying not to stress me to the side, but she wanted to put stuff on the table, and it was stressful. But once I made the decision, once I made the choice, I made my calls. I called Coach Malzahn, and I was really happy with the choice. And initially, social media these days, it was, my phone like froze because my Twitter was just so many notifications, some good, some bad. But, it was, at the end of the day, I was happy with my decision, so it was fine.
Obviously, I'm sure you're happy with your decision now. I mean, you're Auburn's go-to deep receiver. Did you ever believe when you got that first scholarship offer, as you said, and people were seeing you as maybe as a defensive back, that you would be maybe a go-to guy on a big team running for an SEC title, perhaps?
Yeah, it was always a dream, for sure. Because in high school that's what I did a lot. I ran a lot of deep balls, call out deep balls. So, I was definitely hoping that one day, once I committed to Auburn, I definitely wanted to be a go-to guy for Auburn. Come here and make plays and just help my team win.
You said you didn't make that decision until like 11 o'clock that night. Did you lose any sleep that night?
Honestly, I don't even remember sleeping. Honestly, I really don't, because we signed at like 8 a.m. that morning. So I was up at probably like 6:37, um, trying to get the papers and stuff. Like I said, my mom wanted to decorate the table and things of that nature. But um, you know, it ended up being a good day.
You said obviously there was a lot of backlash from people. When you're going through that time, does that affect you at all? Just like, how tough is it to see that?
It's kind of like on one hand, I guess kind of you feel kind of bad, I guess, because it's like, dang, like I didn't realize. I really didn't think people would care. Honestly, I really didn't. I didn't think people were gonna care that much. I was like, I'm gonna flip, and it might be like a couple people, but like, you know, my high school had a lot of Georgia fans. So like when I originally committed, you know, a lot of people from my school specifically were, you know, really happy. So obviously when I flipped, like nobody like I guess treated me any different or anything. But you know, obviously they were disappointed. But you know, it's like you say in anything in life, you make some people happy. You know, you can't make everyone happy. So you know, it is what it is.
You know, Auburn's obviously hadn't beaten Georgia since 2013, and I'm sure the senior class doesn't want to go out and not having beat, Georgia. Is there any talk like that in the locker room? I mean, obviously this game's important for a lot of reasons, but is that one of them?
I think just in general, just year in and year out, this is just a big game. You know, Auburn versus Georgia is a big game. You know, they call it the oldest rivalry in the Deep South. You know, and I think year in and year out it lives up to that. It's always a tough game with those guys, and you know, I think you know, it's just as important as any other year.
How much satisfaction, though, would you guys get knocking off the team that's #1 in the college football playoff rankings?
I definitely think it'd be a huge win for us, and you know, for the community of Auburn. I definitely think it'd be a huge win, and you know, I'm sure, you know, it definitely bring a great deal of satisfaction as far as just, you know, being able to beat one of your rivals and anything is definitely satisfying.
Obviously, you guys have had a lot more success this season stretching the field, but going up against Georgia, they're one of the best defenses in the nation at preventing those type of plays. What's going to be the key for you guys in kind of being able to keep it up this weekend?
I think just executing, just everybody doing their job. You know, I think as long as, you know, we continue to work and get open and the O-line protects Jarrett and, you know, he's always going to make good decisions. And, you know, I think as long as everybody just does their job, you know, I feel like we'll be fine.
Coach Malzone said you guys need to play with championship urgency. What does that mean to you?
Just in practice and, you know, like before the game. Like he always says, you know, like throughout the week, like, you know, to prepare yourself, you know, for the game. Don't start, you know, Thursday, Friday, you know, get your mind right Saturday. So, you know, start Monday, you know, with recovery and, you know, maybe it's, you know, getting out, catching some extra balls or working on some technique things. So I feel like that all kind of, wow. Your question, wait, what was your question again?
Coach said you have to play with championship
Urgency, yeah. I was trying to remember the word you used,
Yeah,
urgency. No, yeah.
I got you.
No, yeah, for sure. And just all of those things encompass, you know, just, you know, in your effort, your attitude, your mentality, I think, you know, that's what it gets at.
Do you think you guys have missed that at times before big games? Because recently kind of been on the short end of some of these big games. Do you think that that's been missing, or do you think there's been an ingredient that you guys haven't had going into some of these bigger games?
No, I wouldn't say not in particular, you know. With the games we did lose, you know, was for, you know, whatever reason, you know, it just didn't, you know, we just didn't, you know, make enough plays to win the game, obviously. But I definitely think we've always done a good job, but obviously it's an emphasis right now, just being urgent, you know, being meticulous, you know, in the things you do.
Carry-on said yesterday that, you know, the team and himself, they don't want a repeat of what happened at LSU in the second half. You guys want to finish games strong. How much of an emphasis is maybe that part of with the championship urgency?
It's been a huge, ever since that game, it's been a huge emphasis. Just, you know, because we know we popped out to a lot of good starts, and, you know, definitely just, you know, finishing the game strong. And for sure, he's right. You know, we definitely don't ever want to do that again. You know, we want to come out in the third quarter and play strong all the way through the fourth. And I feel like ever since then, we've done a good job of doing that in the games following.
Darius, what's been the key to the screen game? I mean, usually it's been Ryan Davis for a couple of the guys, but they even ran the tunnel screen for you at Arkansas for a big play. It just seems like it's something that's kind of clicking there now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, just kind of been working for us lately. So, you know, I don't know if we'll keep going to it or what, but, you know, it's just been working for us for whatever reason.
Can you kind of see, once you get the ball in your hands on a play like that, whether or not it's going to be a big play or not?
Yeah, definitely once you turn, because when you're turning towards a quarterback, you kind of, in a flash, see the field, so you can see if there's a defender or something. So, you know, at that point, you just try not to get excited and, you know, look the ball in and then, you know, run after the catch.
You've been around Carry On for a long time, going back to recruiting. Did you, when you saw him then and saw his side, did you ever imagine him being the physical runner that he is right now?
No, actually, funny thing, I never met Carry On until I got here. Actually, I never, you know, I actually didn't really know anybody because, like I said, I was committed to Georgia. But no, I guess not. I mean, he's obviously turned out to be a heck of a player, but, you know, definitely watching him run sometimes, it's almost like surreal. You know, you can't. It's like because I see him every day. You know, hang out with him from time to time, and then he goes out there and he does some stuff he does, and it's just like wow.
When he does what he like he did Saturday, I mean, running through guys, throwing guys down. I mean, what does that do for an offense?
It's definitely invigorating. You know, it like gives you life because he's fighting hard, he's throwing guys, and then I think it just gives everybody energy, excitement. Now somebody else wants to go make a play or play harder, whatever. So I think it's great for us.
Do you have any good friends still that are maybe Georgia fans?
Fans?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot, honestly, a lot, most actually.
So what's that like going into a week like this, or when they've been winning and winning, and this game's coming up?
It's been all year. I mean,
Yeah.
but
Is there smack talk from them?
yeah, when anybody's team is winning, people, say they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. But it doesn't really bother me.
There's been a lot of things since sliced bread, though.
It has been a lot. I don't know why that phrase came to mind.
You said that you set a goal of being a big play receiver. Now it's really starting to happen, especially these last 2 games. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I've been trying to work hard on doing a really good job of judging deep balls and working on getting good, clean releases off DB so I can get rolling. And this is one of the things I want to be able to do for our offense, for our team. And I'm happy to be able to do it.
How would you assess your season personally? Obviously, a lot of big plays, but your catch rate isn't as high as some of the other receivers right now.
I mean, I feel like I've had a solid season so far. I could have obviously been better. Obviously I wish, earlier in the season didn't have the ankle injury and all that and had to miss some games and things. But as far as that goes, I mean, it doesn't really bother me too much. I just try to make as many plays as possible. You make some, you miss some.
You have a good one.
Thanks, Darius. Appreciate it.
What